Hi, my name is Stephanie Shalana Brown, and I'm here at the Caribbean Museum Center for the Arts, and we are experiencing the exhibit Claiming Spaces, the African Story of the Sugar Mill. A lot of times we talk about our culture as Virgin Islanders, formerly the Danish West Indies, in a fashion that talks about the enculturation of who we are with both European and African culture. But in the hierarchy of things, sometimes African culture is on the latter end. And through this experience, I've learned how that is so erroneous, that in actuality, Africans played a very large role in the society that we live right now, the culture, the language, and the overall wealth through the structures we have today. And some of our landmarks have been erased, not erased physically, but erased from our minds and consciousness as Caribbean people, because we still endure colonial trauma. Well, this estate behind of me is called Estate Prosperity. Estate Prosperity is on the west end of the island of St. Croix. Prosperity, Butler's Bay, Lagrange are very important estates because the persons who helped organize emancipation frequented these estates, and although there is some academic debate on which exact estate he came from, some people say Lagrange, some people say Prosperity, some people say Butler's Bay, and we know it's around this vicinity that he started the plan along with others to provide emancipation for the enslaved in the Danish West Indies. And I recall that there was a young man named Andre, and he did a project where he used his drone to try to provide navigation coordinates and landmarks here in the territory. So I called him up and I said, I'm planning to do these projects, and all this spiritual reverence I was feeling towards these spaces.
When I first set out to work by plotting the different sugar mills on a map, I didn't think it would be of any use to anyone. I first started off by mapping a sugar mill up the hill from Five Corners, and I did that just so I could keep reference of it because I like seeing sugar mills around the place. Being able to plot these coordinates and having it out there for Virgin Islands to use, I would hope that would make more people curious about the sugar mills. Why are there sugar mills in the Virgin Islands? Who did this sugar mill belong to? Who worked on these estates that the sugar mills were on? And I would hope it will bring a bigger narrative to the history of St. Croix or the whole Virgin Islands to those who live here, the locals that live here. So be more engaged into our culture and history.
Through this project, I hope that the work evokes for other people to take on the responsibility of telling our African legacies. Of course, we have enculturation and creolization occurring, but that we give the glory a lot to the African ancestors. And we also tell their stories and call their names, because that is important. You see an invisibility at times with sugar mills, where you can find a narrative of the planters, the colonial powers that oppressed Africans, and you can find their legacies and their names and dates and their children's names, but you can barely find any information about the African people who contributed to their wealth. And I would like that narrative to be changed. I don't have the power to change it by myself, and there's been multiple people here in the territory who has been doing work long before I have, and I just hope that through my work I help to make a change and embrace other people in finding their legacy as well.